I thought I'd shoot this quick little video to show you how I'm able to build this foundation wall concrete form for practically nothing. And so I'm currently DIY building this 48-foot tall ICF house, and I need a couple of small foundation walls because I have two bump outs that I've got. Mainly it's to make it so that the garage is long enough so that my dad can have a truck on this side, and then it also makes the garage a little bit longer for the car and for the entryway. So anyways, my structural engineer is requiring me to put in this pad. You'll probably notice it's an extra wide pad, and that has to do with the fact that it was on over close to the house was disturbed soil, and so by doing an extra wide pad we were able to get it out onto undisturbed soil, virgin soil. So anyways, back to how I'm doing this thing. So I've got a lot of leftover OSB and plywood, and I basically pre-cut my OSB for my floors. I haven't totally put in the floors, as you can see, but I know what the size of the scraps are, so I've been cutting those scraps so that I could use them for this concrete form. And then, like in the case of the plywood, it wasn't tall enough, so I screwed in some extra of the OSB to make it so that it's 29 inches right here. So here's the other secret. So here's actually what I'm paying for. So this is what I did not have on hand. I did not have on hand 1/2-inch PVC. So I had to go grab a couple sticks of 1/2-inch PVC, but really that's the only thing that I've had to pay for, because I have to buy a whole bunch of these anchor bolts for my rim boards on my ICF house, and then also on the top. So these are free. This I had to pay for. I have all this scrap wood laying around. My concrete screws I've already used before, so those are free. So this was my first step, was went ahead and chalked it out. So you can see some of my chalk lines over there. Chalked it out, screwed down the 2x4. That was step number 1. Step number 2 was I went ahead and screwed the plywood into the 2x4 that is now screwed into the concrete. So down here, basically, yeah, the concrete's not moving, it's not coming out. And then the next step was I went ahead and put a 2x4 up on top to the OSB. And the reason for that is, as soon as I plumb up this wall, then I'll go ahead and take this and I will screw it in right here, and I'll screw it in right there. It's already screwed in over there. So in essence, this will become my bracing about every 4 feet. I'll do that just to keep the wall nice and plumb for when we pour. And then for my concrete ties, that's where the, let's see, 1/2-inch PVC fell down. So if you look down, you can see my 1/2-inch PVC spacers. So I cut those at 8 inches. And then what I do is I take my 10-inch anchor bolt, and it's critical that it's 10 inches because I need an 8-inch gap. And I use my 1/2-inch drill bit to drill my holes. So you can see where I drilled it in, and then I just push that through, push it through the PVC, and then I drill a hole on the other side about where it should be. And then you can see I'm able to put the nut and washer on. But it is absolutely critical that you do not put the 2x4 on the other side. I will be, now that I have the form up, I will be putting the 2x4 in, and then I'll be screwing it into the concrete. So in essence, down at the bottom, that 2x4 keeps my spacing perfect. And then the J-bolts, those anchor bolts, and the PVC keep it perfect. And then once I get done pouring, then I'll be able to take my anchor bolts out, reuse them. The PVC stays. Yes, there are holes, but it really doesn't matter. All of this is going to be underneath a driveway. Well, actually, this is the part of the bump out of the garage, but it's never really going to see any water in this area anyway. And then out there is the driveway. So we'll see if this thing works. I'm still putting in, still need to put in 3 pieces of horizontal rebar. And so it'll be interesting to see if this DIY method of making small concrete forms works, but I'm pretty confident that it will. And the other YouTuber used something similar and it worked for him. So be sure to like and subscribe so you can see if this thing works out for me. Thanks for watching.